do you like about the NSPKU?
It just helps.
The NSPKU is fantastic because it brings everybody together. You know, days like these are amazing because you can get to talk to people who have the same thing as you. So sort of just sharing your stories and experiences, also reassuring people as well. That's really nice to do, especially the people with, you know, newborn children, just to say, hey, it's okay, like we're fine, we'll be okay.
You know, the work that NSPKU do and are still doing even now, they understand the little things are just as important as the big treatments, as the big campaigning. It's also the little things that improve, you know, quality of life for PKUs everywhere.
I like the fact that they are politically motivated to get the best day-to-day care, in a sense, for the people with PKU.
Well, because of what it does for us, it's a voice for people who don't necessarily have a voice in this kind of world, and it's just necessary having something like this, and it's right.
It's bringing issues that affect each and every one of us into places like the Houses of Parliament, into the committee rooms where they decide on future treatment, and they make sure that the patient voice is heard in all those places.
I think they've given so much support for my whole life, and they've just been a continued presence, and it makes you kind of confident to know that you have that support and there's always someone who's, you know, going to do their best for you whatever happens.
They push for new treatments, and I mean that's the reason we've been able to try Sapropterin, is just because they've pioneered for us to have it, and they know all the facts that, I mean, the average PKU person won't know, so they can talk and talk for us when we're a bit vulnerable, I think, and we don't know as much about it as they do.
We regularly read news and views, we're featured in news and views, so yeah.
There's just a wealth of information. Like, I remember in the early days when you're like, what is PKU? You could go straight to the NSPKU webpage, and there's just so much information to help explain things clearly. I think that really helped early on. Yeah. I still on my phone have got the NSPKU PDFs of all the sweets and all the ice lollies and all the drinks that they can and can't have.
They've really guided me through. I just wanted to do something. That was part of my coping mechanism after the girls were diagnosed. I just wanted to do something, and so I reached out to the NSPKU, and they've really stepped me through what I can do to help.
Conference is great. Conference brings you together with other people who have PKU, other parents of people with PKU. It's a community, it's supportive, there's a great deal of help and a great deal of information, but generally there's just no stress because everyone understands what you are experiencing and what the person with PKU is experiencing.
The NSPKU has been there for us as a family since Florence was born, so I remember the first, and what's really nice is that you can just be yourself, and Florence enjoys herself, meeting other children who've got PKU, we meet other parents who've got children with PKU, other adults who've got PKU, and it's just a really lovely community, and we know that we're all there for each other and support.
So the NSPKU have provided such a great resource for PKU people, and the staff are super friendly, super caring, super attentive as well. And like, I think I've said before in social media, but NSPKU punch well above their weight. You know, as a small charity, they do so much.
Oh, I do love the NSPKU because they've done so much for all of our children. It's a community. It's a community where people can find others who are going through other similar problems, similar circumstances. It's a community where everybody understands, everybody's accepted for who they are, and there's just that common feeling of togetherness, which is absolutely lovely. But the NSPKU have done some fabulous work. They produce many of the fundamental diet books that we use in PKU to help our families, recipes, information booklets.